Okay, so I've received an email and I'm going to read it out to you. It is on a subject that I get asked a lot about, so I thought it was a very good email to respond to on camera. So it says, "Hi Di, I respect you for speaking out for animal welfare and I follow what you do. I know you're in the business of organic meat-based pet food. My concern is that you are blindsided to the fact that whether your farms are organic or not, the animal is still slaughtered for food. Many of us have gone vegan so that animals can not only roam free range, but live a full, prosperous life. Why don't you move your products to vegetarian so that no animal needs to die?" As I said, I do get this question quite a lot, and I've got a few ways of answering this. Firstly, I met with a pig farmer, in fact, in the Western Plains of Victoria, and she said something to me I will never forget. And she said that we grow these animals for food. They wouldn't be alive if we weren't growing them for food. To say, firstly, that animals would just be roaming around free range, the animals wouldn't be roaming around, they wouldn't even exist. So that there are farmers that grow animals for food. Now, whether or not you choose to be vegan is obviously your choice, but our companion animals are in our care. And what we do is create food that is biologically appropriate for those animals. And our dogs, for an example, have only been domesticated for about 30,000 years. And in the scheme of things, that's not a very long period of time. So they still have the same digestive system that they did when they were wolves before they were domesticated. And part of their diet is meat. In fact, when they were out felling a deer, it's hard to imagine that little Bella would be doing that now, but they used to fell a deer, and when they did, they ate all of that deer. They ate the meat, the internals, the organs, the stomach contents, and so on. So it is natural for our dogs to eat meat. I know that there are vegetarian dog foods around. I don't have an opinion on whether or not they're good, but I know that meat protein is the basis by which dogs get their energy. So in our food, or in any food that you get for your pet needs carbohydrates, fat, and protein for energy. They're the only three things that they can get their energy from. We have a very low carbohydrate food, so not like a food that's full of grain uses carbohydrates as energy. So if you take out meat and fat, which comes with meat, then you are going to have to fill that food full of carbohydrates. And dogs cannot digest complex carbohydrates. So it does not make sense to me that a vegan dog food would be good for the dog. So that's the first point. Secondly, your cat, if you have a cat, you know it's called an obligate carnivore, and that means that it's obliged to eat meat. If you do not feed a cat meat, it will die. It's as simple as that. So it has to eat meat to live. So I respect your decision, if you are a vegan or a vegetarian, to eat the food that you want to eat, but please respect the fact that if you have an animal, a companion animal in your life, then feed it what it is supposed to eat. And in this case, it is supposed to eat meat. And what makes Frontier Pets great is that you don't have to handle the meat. You just literally, it's just like a dry food and you add water to it. So they're still getting that raw biological food without you actually having to handle it. So that is a very common question that I have, and that's my answer to it.